Why? Just let it be a surprise. Talking to Ben. Why would I tell him? Oh, cool. I'm sure he'll like that. You want to hear what I got Matt? Yeah. Did you have to sign in? Have you already linked your account? Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Yep. No, I'm gonna win. This is my year. If I didn't have to restart against Nick like 3 times, I think I could have had him.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard
line. Nick was telling me about that.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second.
Now a play fake, Brady. He finds an opening past the 40. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. A design run here for Ayuk. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Yeah.
Here's Coleman. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Brady. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete.
My guy.
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Damn you and all your stars.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Well, the Vikings and 49ers, you might remember, met in the divisional round of the playoffs a season ago. The Vikings coming in off the overtime win against New Orleans, but the 49ers, they were rested and ready, and they got a couple of touchdown runs from Tevin Coleman, and their defense shut out the Vikings in the second half as that wound up a 27-10 Niner victory. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
57-yard line.
Didn't happen too much against Brennan. Well, it did for him. Didn't for me.
Throwing Fitzpatrick. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a run with Cook. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. They open man Smith. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
44-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Give to Cook out of the gun. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Oh, his rookie lit me up. 3 for 3 and 3 touchdowns.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
Was doing good against
18-yard line.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to the ground, Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Jackson.
The Tigers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start.
This is intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
7 yards, the pickup there. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete.
I'm so worried about your rush.
Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
No,
yeah, he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
What? Oh, I didn't notice anything.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Dalvin Cook,
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school
YouTube.
football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, 49ers nothing.
Just subscribing will automatically be told when you're crappy.
They run again on first down. Cook. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners 17. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Yeah. He's going to be behind a little bit. It's not instant.
They run. Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
But it's delayed for you.
There. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss.
Enough that
I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, I see him hiking now.
They'll try to throw here, Fitzpatrick. This one brought in by Jefferson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
But remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but
he was happy I beat Brendan.
Off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Getting the sack to 227-pound linebacker Quan Alexander.
Up 2nd and goal.
I hate this area of the
field. At the Niners' 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Fitzpatrick. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you think
I was
just not that good.
after having
people say we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that.
All right.
How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
At the 29-yard line.
It's another week.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Shotgun now for Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Oh, that was a RPO.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the counter, here's Coleman. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Coleman has it here right side. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
First down, San Francisco.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
Didn't help that.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 for the Niners there.
No,
the first down.
I saw your running back. If I go into the coverage, he's going to be
find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On play action, it's Brady. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. So we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. I mean, no, that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Oh.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Yeah. So that talking was working yesterday. Could you hear Brendan?
On the ground, it's Cook. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Fitzpatrick. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it? I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
A 3-yard pickup.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. But now it's 3rd down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Yeah.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Now Fitzpatrick. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Sleepy the whole time.
Kyle Rudolph in the final seconds of the
I can do
first
this
half.
play.
And the
3 plays
Vikings find
earlier.
a way to
Then
stretch
you have a
their
whole minute to
lead.
get down the field.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Vikings 17, 49ers nothing. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The final shot before half for Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely loved what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, with every play call you have, run or pass.
I don't know. He did fumble in one game. He tried to
really does.
jump.
Also let you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
But yeah, I don't know why he
Here's
jumped.
Fitzpatrick. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Another tone for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 41 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now Fitzpatrick setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
You can get the frustrated radio.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Dancing to his... And he can't find
Daniil.
a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman. And he will handle first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st down, 49ers.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Brady.
The 40-yard line.
He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Gain of a yard.
From the gun, it's Brady. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run with a fullback. Use check.
Yeah.
In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say,
didn't even give him
to the big
yardage.
man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them. Perfect time to get it done.
My run defense isn't usually that good.
Brady now on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
San Francisco.
Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Now Brady. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
49ers 8.
It didn't, well. Your guy looked like maybe he's just faster. It looked like you didn't have to wait as long. But you also did a play action. Mine's not play action. I hate play action. It takes so long.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
So much for the shutout.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Short throw to Smith. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
They run it again with Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down.
Oh, no.
Now Fitzpatrick hits out. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you.
Grab it. You need
two hands. Get two hands on the
Bouncing
ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks
anything.
cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Like, I can understand, like, if their arms are
From the
flailing,
34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's like you just didn't try.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the red collar shirts.
He better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Taken in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Cyrus Jones on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down to the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not...
What are you doing? Are you taking Brady out? Let me know when you're ready.
Completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
I did.
Now Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're
Summer
watching
when we
the
started,
NFL
man. Like,
on
happy
EA
holidays.
Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cook. Down to the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now,
he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And this offense continues to pour it on.
No, I don't know where that came from.
He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Vikings 38, 49ers 8. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
and this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, we're having a tough patch. This two shall pass. This two shall pass.
That safety came off.
He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
An 8-yard pickup. And a 49er first down.
From the gun, Benson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer.
One of few.
The kicker on for the point after.
But with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Able to recover. The hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
41. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A run there with Cook on first down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Might have jumped because
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track.
I didn't like
it.
So.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try to take you out of that.
And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen.
Yeah,
or just like 3 rushing touchdowns, and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Set to kick off.
I mean,
and Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
no, I've been able to
take it in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
I couldn't run like that. And my defense was...
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory, not a chance.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Yeah, it was a zone, deep zone.
They'll try and throw for it. The quick slant caught. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line in a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line.
Oh, no.
You got it. Going to throw the ball, make him throw the ball.
Oh, I thought you had it. It started, the way the camera was, it must have been because of the onside kick camera. Yeah, it did. Gotcha. See, I'm used to it swapping when the defense gets it. It did that against Nick one time, too. And I thought he had recovered, or I had recovered against Nick.
Throwing here, Fitzpatrick. He'll find Field work in the middle. And he goes down, and getting us inside the 25. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And this is caught at the 8. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've done has been successful.
I think I got to this.
I'm the defensive coordinator. I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Will get it all the way down.
He has a knack for the end zone.
CD, this defense, man. At this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick.
Oh,
His throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's second down. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Oh, well, it feels like you're there.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick.
See?
And that will be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. Stretch. He's stripped. He lost the football. And it's a scoop down by the 49ers. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, I know he doesn't want a fumble lost by his name, but it was 4th down. I don't think he was going to get to the marker anyway.
I think he just hired you as his attorney because you have just argued that this fumble is actually okay.
I'm just saying not all fumbles are created equal, and the defense would have had the ball there anyway.
Okay, so the defense gets credit now, right? Someone gets a nice little mark by their name, but it really doesn't hurt the other guy because he wasn't getting there anyway. I like that. Good job.
Now a desperation throw deep.
That guy.
This is taken in. It's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Go back to sleep.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done.
Yeah, my QB
He'll take a little bit
get
of satisfaction away from that throw.
And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. The penalty is a result of that hit there.
The defense probably deserved maybe.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Quan Alexander in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Fitzpatrick here to throw. Almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Glad I wasn't doing these plays earlier.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. This one brought in by Jefferson. And off to the races, down the right side. And he takes it in for the score. The game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Yeah, I noticed we're tagged.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to
Hope I
win
can
and
change
put up
that.
the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about
get that
themselves,
2
can
seed.
they?
I have a
mean,
chance
what a
now.
game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass,
you
it's all
don't,
going to work.
yeah.
That's called being in the zone.
2 doesn't
So
matter.
for the Vikings,
still have
the
to play
final
the first
2 weeks
round.
are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town.